Welcome back to the Swatch Women's Pro. Heat 2 of Round 2 has just hit the lineup. We've got Johanne Defay, an event winner this year over in Fiji, taking on Alessa, who finds herself down the back end of the ratings. Ronnie Blakey here with Ross Williams. And Ross, a quick start for Johanne Defay.
Yeah, she had to scratch out to get to this wave. Lowers is notorious for that. It's not one defined little takeoff spot. You have to really work for it. And you can see her rhythm was thrown off by that. You know, she was doing a little bit of chasing, and then that really nice section laid down. So right here, she's trying to match the wave up. Okay, where do I go here? What's my routine looking like? As soon as she found that section, it threw her off beat because it laid down a little bit.
You're watching the Swatch Women's Pro Round 2 action underway. Winning the first heat of the day was Sage Eriksson, getting the jump on Lakey Peterson. And we've got the world number 6, this young lady, just on the attack in the opening stages of this second heat. Johanne, one of the more powerful surfers on the championship tour, really digs into those frontside carves. A 3.17 on her first wave.
Well, Johanne Defay reminds me a bit of the winner of the last heat, Sage Eriksson. They have a similar foundation in their surfing, very smooth arcs. You're going to see Johanne really relies on that arc right there. That's the second one. And she's also just a smooth operator, great power. So this wave, a little facey, so that was kind of the name of the game there. She didn't have that little crumbly lip to kind of tag it and mix things up. So a nice warm-up for her running. See right here is that first steep section, and there she got just, I think, the most rail involved in that first turn. That was the most exciting maneuver that went down for Johanne Defay. So, you know, a decent opener for her.
Alessa Quizon, a little different, her run as a championship tour competitor compared to Johanne Defay. She's had a real tough time maintaining her place on the championship tour.
I don't actually think being on either side there is a disadvantage, just depending on the way the set came in, and she kind of crept in a little bit, and I think that gave me the advantage on getting that first good score.
She got a great wave, about halfway through the heat. She waited a long time, and you went left. Was that strategic to take away from her score? Because you had a great wave.
Which is dangerous. If you're trying to create that room to get that turn in and get back down the face of the wave, it's going to send you a little high, and that was the case. Here's the replay of Johanne's ride.
Yeah, Johanne, 5.5 right there, and you can see Johanne, she's looking switched on. So, it's possible for Alessa, these morning heats, you get jumped up maybe with some coffee.
She has priority, so she has right of way. She's chasing an 8.47 to get into the lead. This wave stretching out nicely. She's going to get up as much speed as possible before attacking this first section. Smooth backhand snap to get started. Always very fast in transition. This goofy footer who has taken this one right through to the inside and didn't quite get the finish that she wanted there. Was on her way to a pretty decent number, but you've got to complete those rides.
Just, it's all those little chinks that kind of add up to an okay scoreline, and this looks like a good double up here for Johanne.
And let's see if Johanne can get the finish here, and we'll make some comparisons with these two rides. Strong first turn, nice and committed, drawing things out, mixing it up a little bit as she moves down the line. And she is making no mistakes on this ride. And now she comes right through to the inside, just bangs that tail free over the foam, and it just leaves a nice taste in the judges' mouths.
Had that body language like, shoot, I messed that wave up. The judges will know that. Whereas exact opposite for Johanne. She put together a great routine on this wave, and that's kind of what it is out here at Lowers. It is a bit of a routine because it's a long wave. You're surfing in front of the judges for, almost a minute. And right here, this thing went all the way through, so a couple of okay turns for Johanne, and then she kind of warmed up. That last carve was nice, a little more rail in the water, and then she popped the fins out on that last one and ended with some speed to burn. So, like you said, that's positive for the judges.
Yeah, it should definitely be the biggest score of the heat, that one for Johanne Defay. This one might keep Alessa in the mix, but again, just the fact that she fell, or didn't quite complete that last turn, I should say, is going to cost her big time.
Yeah, she got there a little too early is what happened. So I think she got a little repetitive. Those first handful of snaps were solid, but if she was going to break into a 7 or something like that, she would have had to have mixed it up and hit the lip heat for her. Some people you'd worry that they're going to be deflected by a bad result, but that's not the case for Tyler.
All right, here goes Alessa. 3.5 minutes to go. She has an opportunity, but she needs to go pretty bonkers on this ride if she's going to turn it. She needs a 7.73. Good surfing, but the wave tapering off pretty quickly. Still stringing the moves together as she drives up into the lip again. Just gets a little hung up there. The lip broke on her back.
She strung together a handful of snaps again, staying very busy. Let's take a look at it. I don't mind the size of this wave. Even though it's smaller, you can see the shape of it. It's got a nice curve on it, so that means she's going to get some speed to burn. So a nice snap there. An even better one right there. You got a little more arc on it, through some spray. So I think for Alessa, she was looking good until that last one again, missed time. So that's her third wave we've had in this heat for Alessa, where she showed us that she's just a little off with her timing.
Look, I think she's getting some decent turns done too. It is really costing her a shot at the heat win here. They're just not willing to break up into the excellent range. Some movement at the takeoff zone now. Johanne has a great opportunity to shut this heat down. She wants to better a 5.5 here. Nice steep first section, but she gets that first move a little wrong and can't compensate with the second turn. She goes down.
So that's surprising. We just talked about how tough Johanne Defay is, but let's see if we can figure out what went wrong here. Trying to pace herself. She took her time with that bottom turn, and you can see just a little catch on that inside rail. That's all it takes. Sometimes it's a confidence thing, sometimes it's a physical thing, but that inside rail, because it caught it, slowed her down just enough to get her behind this section. So this is not ideal. See how she's attacking right here? That lip is already breaking. So right there, she has to kind of force herself to get up and over it. So that was the culprit right there, because she got a little off time.
Alessa missed the opportunity to get into it. And Johanne, I believe, had priority, or she took the inside, so if it was neutral, she had right away anyway, and now she's going to try and better that 5.5. No mistakes on that first turn. We're really committed. A bit of foam on the face can make things difficult for the competitors, but Johanne negotiating this ride pretty well so far. Bashes the closeout. The heat has come to an end, and Alessa never even had the opportunity to chase down the lead in the final stages there.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a shocker for Alessa. She had some opportunities. She had some waves. Maybe just pushing a little too hard. So, and then you could see Johanne Defay. Look at that relief right there. She knows she got away with it just a little bit.